Hello, I'm Laith, and just to point out, just when you think this title was meant to be this year besides last year, well, I should have thought of doing this in the first place, but here you go. Best of 2024. I took that for granted for doing this in the first place, but I've been doing a lot this year, and so I would fear if I make the video even longer, it wouldn't make any progress. But just so I recap the entire year of what I did so far, this is my jogging into memories of the videos I made in the past. And for that happening, I just want to say thank you for giving me the support that I needed. It's really meaningful, especially for me and for you too. And to keep that up, and make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything, and you'll be able to see more videos like this. I hope you enjoyed this entire recap video. It might not make you cry, it might not make you laugh, but hopefully in a few minutes or so it will. And I'm looking forward to do more of the recap videos like this each year in the future. The next one I'll be uploading is Best of 2025, but here it is, Best of 2024. Enjoy it, do the right thing, kids, and make people smile.
Because it seems as if the more focused you are with memories, the more chances of losing concentration of what's to become in the future, and even sticking into one theme or at least one subject. That's me, by the way, preventing myself from repeating my scripts and split screening the comparison of phrases. So keep that in mind, I'm just doing my job here. Anyways, eventually I've been making some changes on each video, but playfully, I kinda ran into a bit of a balance scale at this time. But don't you worry, I'll fix that. And especially my short stuff, which I'll fix as well. Like this music album version, or even my very first buy of Prime hydration drink, and even the energy drink, or even my very first buy of a plant-fed Feastables chocolate bar. By the way, thank you Mr. Beast for making your chocolate bar so small that I thought I had one in a bigger size. But it is fine for me. Even the most funniest part of this chocolate bar, which turns out to be a fair use of this pre-made method. Don't see why, but again, respect. I'll leave it to someone else who could just snatch it. A huge thank you for making the brand the perfect theme of athletic abilities to the fullest. Almost. I also like to thank them for trying not to drop the can getting me flabbergasted enough. Consider this accident a pure refreshment of coolness as it still stands. I had hoped to enjoy such an irregular size number 55. The Big Kahuna chicken cheesesteak off the hook, as I instructed them no jalapenos, which makes me spicephobic. Double check. No, not even one slice of jalapeno. Not optional, but hey. Then this snickerdoodle cookie along with it. Yeah, we're really off track. That's enough. Okay, I don't think I'm ready to do food reviews at this time. Do I have to do this trio again? Look, I am so sorry again. You see, this is an example of not being reasonable in making content like this. And I'm kind of not good at coming up with video ideas that turns out really well. Now, you may have noticed that from October to May, which was 8 uploads at this matter, once again, each end of the month, and there's no need to repeat myself. Capiche? Good. Anyways, mistakenly, this kind of method of doing was horrendously a total catastrophe. In which case, I missed 4 months of accomplishing the entire year of updates. Not to mention 1 year ago and then update. You know what I mean? Yeah?
I hear you.
Good. Just keep me everything in check. Anyways, about a month ago, I've recently added an apology version of delaying 4 months of accomplishing, again, not to be repetitive, as in...
I've capished you once or twice. What do I look like to you? A social worker?
Okay, I think we're done here. Sorry. Anyways, for example, I'm walking through gravel at a steady pace. Taking my time, trying not to get punctured at bruises, but pausing, imagining my speedy moment at a certain amount of time is still slowing me down. And ends up at a hesitating perspective. Poor guy. And I'm gonna have to come up with some reputations to sort all this out. Not to mention something so special. I thought we're done here. Anyways. Also, I've graduated, so I don't have to hesitate more with time. which also means I'm officially an Illuminati. In the forest, without a backpack, or even warm clothes to wear. Or just clothes to wear. Sketchy. And there you have it, doing you a favor with one subject.
You're on your own. Don't bother me again.
Now I'm so speechless. The first thing when I wake up in the morning, I had some thoughts. As I get out of bed, walk through the hall, and looked at the front view window to experience how much hard work I've been doing. And that's when you look down and got you thinking, how on earth did you clear up the entire driveway so fast without any mercy? Now, without any further ado, I bundle myself up and go straight to work. When you're going out snow grounded, it is really important to keep your feet warm and protected at all times from frostbites and usually slipping or tripping. It all depends on what kind of footwear fits you the best. I used to wear Timberlands for my wide feet and for style, but for some reason it usually hurts when the outsoles of each boot gets a bit too heavy. So I prefer lightweight next time. Okay, so here's where the first era of winter abilities come in. And that's machinery. Shooting out snow to the other side. Which I can't say, but it's already malfunctioned for a long time. Meaning it is time for a physical solution. And luckily this snow turns out to be soft. Then if you think you'll be plowed down your side, you would be manipulating over your efforts. Besides the opposite side. So once you've done your shoveling work, you realize that out of nowhere, you don't have a shoe rack or anything to set your footwear like boots to dry with without messing around the entire house. Imagine, no compartment, no drawer, or at least anywhere. And no matter what you could find to melt away or try to debris free, you're just stranded here. The foyer that examines your questioning desires. Its thoughts of the only solution in the inside that cleanses society on the outside on a freezing, crazing, frightening, whitening, non-stopping snow. And yes, many food industries have many ways, many ingredients, and many styles of making their very own delicious and satisfying appetizing, or at least a main meal. Either way, all I can see in front of me is thin bread and thin meat, and it's good, tasty, and perfected in a kind of way. There's just one thing missing out of every other chicken finger. Love.
I can't do it. No, I can't.
So I have decided to step up for this unloving message to fulfill and find the real love of chicken fingers. Raising Cane's. Now open for business on Valentine's Day at the very north end town of Enfield, Connecticut, which is exciting news. And just in case no one knows what Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers is, perhaps I should give you some history about it. According to Wikipedia, Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers is an American fast food chain specializing in the chicken fingers, founded in 1996 in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, by Todd Graves and Craig Silvey. The company is named after Graves' dog. Other yellow Labradors have served as company mascots, as well as the certified therapy animals. Well, therapy dogs and service dogs, they're kind of different. And I know service dogs provide assistance to owners, but therapy dogs, I don't see how they... Oh, it's a mascot. I just read it, actually. It's also represented as an icon, statues in metal, or paper mache. Unique. Okay, moving on, with some real history. Now this seems to be modern, because obviously this business has started right after my birthday. Huh, small world. On a high note, it looks like they're doing really well as they're expanding. Like the way they make each place joyful and similar, something city related, and even the Post Malone edition. 2 of them, the Dallas Cowboys because he's a huge fan, and the pink one because he's well, you know, every chain spot varies, and their menus is still the same. Now that's one love for you. And they have their mobile app ready, and I could order from far, but it looks to me that they're not ready for anything ahead of time yet. So, with no time left, I took myself within a half an hour from where I live
Arrive at Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers.
and to Elm Street's Raising Cane's. So let's dip in.
Please do the cognac combo, please.
What drink?
Okay, lemonade.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Stay or to go?
That's a go, please.
To go. 14.
Laith, L-A-I-T-H.
You can't even get your own wine.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh, delicious, delicious, delicious. Oh, it smells so good in here.
And I was right. The entire car smells like chicken fingers, non-stop. Until I've arrived home. Their very own icon of craving delights. So hang in there, we're just getting started as I hit the lid in front of me. And since I jumped one of the fingers out, I'll start biting out of it. And so far, way off the hook for the entire meal. This food chain takes on chicken wars, and I couldn't figure out ways to compare and rate this kind of meal in a standard. So I brought someone else who can.
Bro, you gotta come try this. Off the hook, bang. Trust me, you're gonna love it. First chain just hit Enfield, Connecticut, bro. Enfield.
Raising Cane's.
Have you not heard of it?
I've heard of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh boy, you have a lot of history here from me. Wait for it. You're walking back there. Come on, give it a try, dude.
What's this?
Texas toast.
French toast?
Not French toast. They're not French toast. It's Texas toast itself, dude. Yeah, try the chicken, man.
It's alright.
Good, yeah? Well, you couldn't agree more.
Okay, not the best answer, such as Chick-fil-A. This deserves a whopping rate, 9 out of 10. And at that time, I really appreciate what brings Raising Cane's here in Connecticut.
I'm so full. I don't think I'll be able to finish this lemonade after all. Maybe a few sips, or at least a couple.
So I went back to get another cognac meal.
Whew. Boy, what a long trip.
Then meet my friends at the kitchen facility and let them review for themselves.
What if I were to tell you that there is a restaurant that you've never been to before, out of the country, besides here, and yet it finally arrived in Enfield, Connecticut? The most famous chicken fingers food chain restaurant of the entire country. Yeah, you can probably tell how weird this is because I'm using my hand language as I'm speaking.
We need some chicken.
Yeah. I got you.
I'm not trying to mess it up. I'm not saying nothing.
Sure.
Gain 6.
Okay then. But first, I'm gonna put you guys into an ultimate test.
And so we did just that and made their own chicken fingers to leave the judgment to them.
We're
gonna start with your traditional ways. You can compare this to the first one to the last one.
Oh yeah. Wow. Amazing. Amazing.
Look, you know good food when you don't even have to take too much of a bite to know that it's amazing.
Even if you think it is amazing, what about the other part of amazing? Let's put this aside.
All right.
Are you ready for the next level amazing?
I'm ready.
Yep.
What we got here?
Wow. Wow.
That's their signature sauce. That's their coleslaw. That's their Texas toast, pan toasted on one side only.
Wow. 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 That is delicious. Raising Cane's.
Anybody got some cups here? Oh yeah, there's some cups. This is their signature made lemonade.
Say cane. So right there.
I taste the cane.
The
So
actual made Texas toast.
this came all the way from Texas?
Their own Texas way.
Yeah.
You could pretty much, whenever I ever see a screen like this, you could pretty much dab anything in one combo. Even the toast, even the fries. I have to tell you, this signature sauce is off the
Oh
hook.
my God.
That's the Raising King's way.
Wow. But the toast, good toast.
That's the way. That's the way they make it, especially this sesame seeds. That's their icon. And now we have to try the coleslaw. Why had to behind the cap, bro? Why had to behind the cap? For your own.
Oh, the coleslaw. Wow. Amazing.
But this right here, this right here, this right here, this right here. Oh man. They get my money all the time. I'll be homeless messing around with them in this sauce.
Oh man.
It's kind of hard to say that there's no one in the world who would find love anywhere you go. Whether you go on a date or at least holding a piece of a chicken finger on the go. You won't get there. The only thing you can find out there that could make you feel good about yourself. One place with one love. And that's
Hey, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Trespassing doesn't say. Trespassing, I'm saying.
Is that your owner? I thought you told me that the owner's not here. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, boss. I'm sorry. I'm leaving right now. I'm sorry. Don't call the police on me. Don't call the police on me. I don't know where I put my car. Oh, I don't know where I put my car. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. No.
just a couple things. One, the repairing part is what I'm willing to do. Though I'm not an electrician, I'm also into the vibe of electronic devices, as I kind of knew a bit of how I repair them easily. Whatever's in front of the device board, and whatever is in front of me.
Oh man. Oh, I thought it was a goner. Again.
And once I do that, I can't be sure to guarantee if it'll work properly after replacing one of the parts newly, but I'll give it a shot anyway. Otherwise, I'll have to come up with another solution.
I wonder how well this is gonna go. I doubt it.
2. This may resemble your memories as we jump into the Apple Watch review video. Last year, yesterday. And I'm sorry that I have to bring the MacBook video belatedly, as I always do a Thursday thing, which was done exactly last year. And I wouldn't mention that Thursday a National Cereal Day, because that's not what it's all about here. But I don't see how I came to the occasion of it. Small world in one spoonful. That makes it a bowl of 24 to 30 small world spoons entirely. If I repair this phenomenal machine to full power, working, it'll be rewarded as my MacBook Air to own. Other than this plastic PC that I have to keep dealing with, determining quality at its own terms. So I'm just gonna get right into the repair. And I've already knew that daylight always gets so noisy most of the time. So instead, I've waited until night comes. And I'm no magician, as I don't want you to wait longer for the sun to get down. Now, before I get started on demonstrating the procedures of on-turning methods and repairing methods, do you really like my new casters of my mint vintage office chair? Well, I bought them from Amazon, and I thought I got them in the right size, which I haven't. I got them with the fitting a bit bigger than the old Skitty Ruckus. So with no choice, I have to demand myself to drill metal and plastic and find something to give it a hard push to fit it in. And this goes to all 5 casters to customize, and it took me ages to get it smoother and quieter, as you can see. So next time, when you're about to order caster wheels or any other parts to replace with, make sure you get them in the right size to actual objects that varies at your needs.
A couple things. Yes, I did travel, and no, I'm not moving. I never moved to another house. Like, it's too quick for me, because you might realize that we moved to another old house to a new house. Eventually, you see how this works. But there's one task out of it, and according to the list that my cousin from our hometown gave me, so I had to take it out my neck. One of them is traveling to Jordan.
It's 4:30 in the afternoon. I'm supposed to leave like around this time, and apparently everybody ends up being late. It's in their DNA, obviously. So while I'm at it, we're gonna take off from Bradley and then lay over at Dulles, and then I'll arrive at Amman, Jordan. I rather doubt that this flight could be as uncomfortable as it gets, but in the end, I don't see why not. So I'm about to leave him here. Here's a thing to do this I left in my next step. And until then, we'll see you at the other side. Let's get out of here.
And to make a long montage of the capital city of Amman. Do I look like a director to you? It's eventually the longest video I've ever made, and there's no way I'm gonna do a video of the city of Amman. And another one, which is going to my cousin's henna party. And his wedding. And that's pretty much it. And all hands down, look, it's not that personal. Traveling in the springtime is amazing, especially you see grass everywhere in this country, Jordan. But when you think about the weather condition, I would prefer to go in the beginning of the spring. It still get cold, and eventually if you're gonna go to now. Another thing I want to bring back to the house that you thought I moved in. No, this is our vacation home. We bought it like approximately about 18 years now. It looks like paradise. I could just show you right here, right now. Palaces. Ours is grander. Theirs is like eventually modern. No offense to the owner. Hello? هلا. لا هسه نطلع. نعم لا ماشي؟ لا راح ماشي معلش. اوكي ماشي. ماشي. يلا. Sorry, that's my electric company. We're also here for special occasions, so in the case we need shelter in order to make sure that we keep ourselves from asking other people that we sleep over them, because for a fact that it may be uncomfortable for us to ask them, or maybe we'd be really uncomfortable in terms of relative issues. Relative issues. But in the end, the only thing that matters is ending up in the country in the perfect weather, in the perfect time. And that's my advice to you, to go out in the country in the right time that determines your weather conditions at your comfort. Or if you ever felt like this is something you don't want to feel like if you're being drowned in the heat, or rather you try to shove it too much in the cold, it could be the best chance to get back to your own home country that has some sort of climate control abilities. And you rather can't help thinking about taking your bags, packing up, and go home. If it's about the country itself, I could talk about that for a little bit of a real long time, but I gotta do some American stuff here. So here's the task of paper I just do away. I'll see you at the other side. Let's get out of here.
Today.
لأنه أنت عارف إن إحنا مدخنين ومش يعني إن أنا جالس كثر ما يبغى يصحني كمان يصحيني. يا أما
I've been into a minor issue at this point. I'm like 2 hours away from mine.
خالي خلت كل شيء تمام يا خالي، كل شيء تمام هسه. الحمد لله خالي. سلم على جميع، اشوفكم على خير ان شاء الله. ببعث لك على من ندخل الجيت ان شاء الله. Everything all good, everything all good. نشوفكم على خير ان شاء الله. نشوفكم بسلام، نشوفكم على الصيف ان شاء الله. الله معك حبيبي. مع السلامة مع السلامة مع السلامة.
Again, my electric company, sorry. I'm like 2 hours away from my departure. Rather than just waiting and just losing my mind.
I just forgot I had a laptop with me. That's why they had to stop me.
The artwork. Massive.
Looks like my flight hasn't arrived yet.
Oh, that's awesome.
May we have your attention, please? Passengers departing to Riyadh on Royal Jordanian flight RJ730 are requested to board the aircraft at gate 24.
So my next task is to board in the flight through the gate, and then throughout the trip, a layover in Austria, and I'm gonna have another layover in Washington DC, then on my way back home. Home sweet home, baby. Let me point out for you, I enjoy this country. I love it a lot. It's just that the weather is gonna rise up in a notch, and eventually, this haze explains that summer is about to be around the corner. Even if it's April, like the heat's gonna be disastrous. Like I said, you're gonna end up in shelter wherever you go. That's rude. Another example would be the kids being so naughty. You might recognize them of getting away with things. It can become so cool, but in the end, when you grow out of it, you can just remain maturity. You can't deny society at this rate. Really hazy out. I'm gonna miss this country. What's next to me? That's mine.
Reason for that? I had a little curiosity. And the airplane toilets that keep scaring the crap out of me. Or not only the special toasted ready panini that I always enjoyed already, and then the first 2 drinks, and then the second 2 drinks, and then the most gorgeous sunset I've ever seen on our way for landing.
We ask that you please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened.
And the city of Vienna itself, and...
Mr. Spokesman, I've already arrived.
How long ago was it?
Approximately just now. Sorry, it's just that just got humiliated by that woman who got really annoyed. I wouldn't be able to film by the window my landing, so I'll try to breathe out.
Man, you have no idea how excited I am to get back home. Just so close, just this close to getting back home.
I just forgot that my layover is in about 1 day.
You might have heard from me being this naive about this kind of layover that I'm about to deal with. This whole entire time of discomfort and such hilariousness. You heard from me saying that, wondering why wouldn't you just book another flight? Why wouldn't you just find something shorter, faster, or at least take a nap?
Why did I even make that choice? What covered the possibility to make me vulnerable? When I have nothing to think about before? What am I willing to challenge myself with? There's nothing inside me. I'd rather just give up sooner than I think.
Time's up. It's time to go. By the way, I don't think you might not get this, but I've just bought one of the water bottles from one of their vending machines, and my bank account accepts euros. I use my wireless card. This is insane. Also, you're wondering about the buzzer because I think I tricked you? Then yes, I did trick you. You wanna know why? It's because I've already timed myself for a layover of 17 hours and 25 minutes. And it's gate D22, by the way, not D23. There it is. Oh, I cannot wait. Yeah, I did trick you. Yeah, I felt guilty about that, and I'm sorry that this whole video was worth nothing. And I'll have to admit it. I'm just showing you the experience of what it's like here in your own airport, depending on how long your layover is, what you experienced before. I'm sure you'll get it. It's a tough experience, but I'm sure you'll get through that. It's a whole lot of practice, and practice makes perfect. I heard a lot of that from everyone. So lesson learned here, yes, I may have been put in this kind of situation, no matter how long it takes to stay in this airport. But if you want to remix things here and become besides that, have you ever thought about that? I'm sure you do. Let's get out of here. We just entered in the final courtesy of this flight. And yet, I'm still satisfied. The last meal was perfect. It was blazing. It was blazing. I can't help neglecting myself the perfection of the hard work they did, especially the Austrians. It was named after the Austrian Airlines. A matter of time before I could be able to get home soon. At the end, I enjoyed the trip. The long way, and obviously, the timing way. When I get in the flight, I enjoy the whole song. It was the greatest experience I ever experienced, even if I say it
worked.
They just announced that they moved our destination to another gate. How tough it is to, I guess, delay for our flight without any further notice, or just miss our flight.
Did everything do this?
I think I'm done talking.
We hope you've enjoyed your flight, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Once the fasten seatbelt sign has been turned off, you can clear the door area to allow your flight attendants to complete important safety duties.
I'm home.
I've misplaced my keys somewhere in the spotless house. And without my keys, I couldn't be able to get anywhere, not even with my car. So on my way back, trying to look for it. At the first bedroom, nothing here, if I'm just standing right in front of the door. And the second room, not here either. And I do suppose the first bathroom. Nothing. And then went to the upstairs master room and its bathroom. Through the kitchen to the basement to the laundry room. And finally, the porch. After a long search, no luck, and I'm still searched out. Nothing found other than throwing rain with thunder of frustration. However, speaking of throwing things out of nowhere, I just found out exactly where I've accidentally threw my keys at. I just need to retrace my steps.
To Roberto Firmino, who's through that flimsy challenge of Manolas. Here's Mo Salah, he's in, a little delicate one, oh yes! Oh yes! He is on fire! It's another super goal for Mo Salah!
And right after not remembering how I accidentally threw it through and underneath the baseboard heater in the living room, but I did. It's a good thing I finally found it. And just to imagine how hard it is to not remember where I misplaced my own belongings, such as my keys, somewhere in these empty rooms. I mean, it gets so frustrating that when you lose something that's so important to you, you couldn't help figuring out how to get the same exact item, and wondering what if I ever get to lose it again. Which comes to an idea. No, actually, that's my phone call, and my parents are waiting for me to get grounded for a month. I was planning to get the 4-pack anyway, until I decided to take it slow and recommend the 1 tag only to test it out first. And there it is, your very own true key finder as recommended, which I'll get to at the end of this video. But let's start with the appearance as I show you a piece of plastic material between the cap and the battery, inside which I'll get to in a moment. But it's just a method to prevention from functioning, like nothing's touching each other. So from here, you just pull the plastic material and let it function. As the AirTag startup sound is played out loud. Now, not only the cap is made out of stainless steel, as everything else is labeled, well, so-called plastic. It is designed by Apple in a durable way, and the size of it is considered bigger than a penny. A little bigger than a nickel. Even bigger than a dime. A city bus token. Then the Turkish 10 kuruş coin, also even bigger than a dime. Then the tag cover is a size as equal as a quarter. And then entirely, a bit smaller than a 50 cent. And I know a thing or two of an iconic hip-hop artist if I ever see one. Otherwise, let this track keep spinning. And I'm only kidding, it's just a quarter. All because I couldn't be able to locate the actual $50 coin. This should be the perfect pace for me. even when it's close to me and not being located yet. So let's boost it up a little bit.
What are you doing? Okay. No, wait, no!
Unlikely. And I can't tell whether it's really accurate or it's just too dangerous to get ticks. That's much better. And there you have it. That's pretty much I can talk about on the Apple AirTag. And honestly, this could be the most recommended item finders anyone can rely on. And it can be placed anywhere you desire. It could be your keys. It could be your wallet. It could be hidden in your car for robbery reasons, just not anyone else's.
All I have to do is twist, release. There! No more flapping this time.
What if they ever find me and where I am before I even turn it off? Your backpack, your luggage, or your purse. Just try not to be shown as if you're about to rob someone else's purse. There could be another catch that someday in the future, when you finish using trackers like this, you might consider not using it after because you might have known enough of how to locate your items on your own. But if it's still usually meant for other reasons, it has to be for memory losses and time-consuming matter. And this may be the device for you that could change the world forever. Not only AirTag you would get along with, it could be any other brand that has the key finders that fit your mind skills and reliability. But like I said, the Apple AirTag is recommended just for you, and you could get them at an affordable price, whether it's just one tag or the quad kit. It is the Apple Tag itself. And now, I can feel free to not have any more worries at all when I also realized I've been mistakenly locked out of my house on my way back to the car. Another problem, another device, and I couldn't get the E-key. As I'm about to devour this boring, spread dripping peanut butter jellyfish jelly sandwich, this next stage of disturbance has caught my eyes in a discomforting moment and develops my new skill.
Welcome aboard! The greatest squares in the universe have come together to create the Wendy's Krabby Patty Collab Burger. Ready to learn more? I'm ready! It has Wendy's fresh, never-frozen beef and a secret Krabby Collab sauce. Tell me more. The patty is, wait for it, square! Such perfection. Now I'm ready. For the Krabby Patty Collab meal you're craving, gotta be Wendy's. Order up.
My mouth is drooling with disgusting, but most importantly, mouth-watering resistance. And I can't help have the intention to protect my floor from dripping out from my mouth. So I placed my meal to give it to someone else for them to eat it, leaving it by the table, and then eating it from here. And since this is a SpongeBob video, not a Halloween video, and by the way, if there are any trick-or-treaters trying to beg me for candy, don't you worry, I got everything you always wanted right here, in my hand. You just had to take it from me. And thanks to my new craving skills, If I'm gonna understand the idea of eating a Krabby Patty in real life by swiping it out of a dumb TV show, I'll have to get one from Wendy's. And it looks like I might be running a little bit too late for that. After all, the rest have went there before me. And I can't tell which one's rated better, which one's rated worse, or in between. So I have no choice but willing to go to the local Wendy's food chain and claim my real-life prize, along with a letter of recommendation, which I documented, and away I go.
Dear Wendy's, I would like to collaborate with you and your team to offer a lifetime supply of a Krabby Patty secret formula to serve customers the Krabby Patty meal they've always ever wanted. Reply back for your consideration. Sincerely, Laith.
But there are a few problems here. 1, I don't have a car. 2, I'm trying to admire before a deadline. And 3, I'd rather email the letter. But then I have another thought. Or another problem. It may be because I wrote this letter of recommendation for Wendy's that applies a lifetime supply of a secret formula to serve customers the Krabby Patty recipe forever. But despite the persuasion of partnering with the food chain restaurant, I wouldn't hope for the better, as they might decline right away. It kept recognizing my schemes of destruction like plankton, but then failing every time, and then eventually gets kicked out of the facility.
You can forget that letter of recommendation.
That explains vandalism. And that also explains prohibiting plankton from entering the premises. And that could result me to be banned from Wendy's for life. So I've discarded the letter and placed an order for delivery. And
moments later.
I've never believed it before, but it's here. Krabby Patty collab from Wendy's, along with the Wendy's style fries and SpongeBob's pineapple under the sea frosty. And here comes the Krabby Patty in real life. And by far, I never thought that this kind of consistency could make anything happen out of a TV show, especially for his customers in every single season. Even the rest might have considered fail as more of an excuse than I didn't think it would be, but in my end, I'm fully appreciated by the iconic dish and their taste, but left me tired of eating junk food as I tried to finish the rest of the Frosty on my way back to bed. Midnight meals are not healthy for me, not for you or anyone else. And afterwards, this is me waking up with outraging midnight energy waste. This is the Takara Kabuto 700, named by slightly a cycling company called Vitesse Racing. It's also meant to become one of the most forgotten bike brands of its cycling history. But looking at it from a bird's eye view, she's a beauty. And she'll run like the wind unlike any other bikes could. Not only for racing, pretty much the highly nostalgic short-term ancestry had become well known for its Japanese biking culture, even before time, in generations, including the noodle delivery boy, the arts of cycling moments alike. Mostly Fuji, for instance, from military to career purposes, from tuning to racing, from OG to this ugly thing, which I find is super angled that you're gonna have to find many ways to break your back. And that name, Kabuto, sounds a bit familiar, of whom I remembered. Maybe not. Don't answer if this doesn't ring any bells. This bike I've brought in has stakes of its high value. And if you want me to tell you where I've got it from and how much it cost, I'm not gonna tell you, and never will. But a few tips. This has to be by far the most expensive bike I ever owned, besides my nostalgia, out of every other bike I've ever owned. But out of every one of them, I only use them for the road. And then comes this one. I mean, such a pure mind of existence to imagine myself. How pleasant am I to take part of this mission, to own a road bike, to cleanse it, and to take care of it. And a while back, it took me a short amount of annoying time just to get exactly what I wanted. By all means, it is in good condition. It just needs some slight repairs like a flat tire replacement, which is what I'm gonna do for this video. And then I'll try to clean it to become shiny and new once again. But I'm not in a good mood to do that right now. So I store the bike away in a safe place where no one can steal it. Close the garage door. And then went to bed. But then I have another thought before I even properly thought I couldn't close my eyes for nothing. Out of everything I've done to get this bike, like I said, and it all started literally at dawn. Browsing, searching, sniffing, my eyes cracking up. It may not look promising to you, as if it determines on why I stay up all night for this retarded reason. And after a whole lot of eyeballing torture, I'm starting to lose hope. Right when something just got listed. Coming straight full screen. It's beautiful. It's venomous. It's dangerous. And it's perfect. So perfect that I was gonna contact the owner right away from there, just when my computer went pitch black. And it just got me annoyed and thought for a second, I did this for nothing. And here I am, stranded, but even though you think in between, I got the bike, but even though I didn't contact the owner. And you're probably wondering why I've disassembled the bed. The hallway may be a hint for you, but it might ruin the surprise. And because I've reached the guy by phone instead, and met him by morning to pick it up, I gave myself another thought that I should get out of bed and go straight to work. And now in theory, I think this thing is even weaker than the other inflator out there, out of the brand name of Mitri. So I tried the most powerful inflator, the slime one. Just if I know how to use this thing, and by powerful you might want to look closely how fast this tube will inflate.
No! It's gonna overdo it!
And surprisingly, it actually works really well. Even if I hope not to overdo it too much. I kind of overdid it. Honestly, I haven't noticed how powerful and fast this inflator is, which is really impressive.
Wait, you mean, you don't mean to tell me
And for some reason, since I forgot to measure the old tire tube with the Goodyear tire tube, and as a matter of fact, it does resembles in a sort of way.
I mean, I'm sure it'll literally fit. It does actually, but I'm just convinced of how it's gonna all this fit in there.
And the only thing that might fit entirely should be the tire tube against the tire rubber inside of it.
Please don't rip.
And this could lead the bike to its full completion. The only thing left to do now is to put the green rubber back to its rim, along with the tube inside it. And I'm very excited to give myself a bike ride with this thing, depending on the weather thing, which we'll get to in a moment.
Here comes the worst part. Actually, that should be good. Some air, which means I'll be careful how to fill some more air. Here we go. Careful now. Good. Yes! Oh, I'm happy. I'm so happy. It's gonna be back in the road in no time. That's my promise.
And now to the last step. We're almost there. And that's to put the wheels back to the base of the bike. I just had to remember where I lastly put the nut bolts like last time. So at this moment, I'm gonna leave the bike the way it is, even if it is a little bit rusted, but still a strong and clean bike, it's still useful. I just had to make sure the wheels are fitted properly, with the chain connected with each other, in order to have it ride smoothly. And it's done. And the only thing left to do right now is to test the road bike out on the road. But I might be a bit too late. It just snowed on the asphalt already. Have you ever experienced such tiring work? And all that laziness that's still haunting you lately after getting out of bed in the morning? Yeah, we all get that. Now, l-theanine is an amino acid found primarily in green and black tea and some mushrooms. I'm not sure if it could help ease anxiety, stress, and reduce insomnia. Okay, that makes sense. So there you go. Out of what I've been seeing from TikTok many times, I can't help bring this kind of crazy idea outside of my annoying brain and to make it happen. And to make it happen, I'm going to put the amino element to the ultimate test. Not only for its life expectancies that varies, but its energy drinks that consumes caffeine better than coffee or any other kind of products alike. And I'm more of a coffee guy. Which is the perfect hot caffeine beverage for burning my tongue. But as far as organic drinks that does support most of your body,
Oh. You smell like vomit.
and even fizzy energy drinks.
How's that even edible?
Very unhealthy. Except Prime, I guess. And of course, they all have contained caffeine, but without l-theanine in it because the beverage law disregards it. I can't guarantee its energy boost so rapid enough. Eventually, because of carbohydrates in sugar that makes your day miserable with tiresome and makes weight gaining totally unstoppable, and with bitter taste. Which I'll have to avoid, and I was gonna go with supplement pills, but I'm still not that intentional of taking meds that often, as I would be afraid if I miss a day without taking meds as instructed by doctors. So I'm gonna need something intentional to enjoy for my needs. And I know just the thing for that. What Joe Rogan just spoke of is this Nero gum, which contains only 3 ingredients, powered with natural caffeine, balanced with l-theanine, and infused with B vitamins, because this is leveled for energy and focus. Now you might be familiar with Nero gum in the first place.
I can't believe that actually here. I cannot wait to test this out.
This kind of category came in a variety of flavors, and then most of them are in different categories, with other different flavors, especially the weakest being rated. And I never knew that it's a vegan product while I bought 2 packets of nice supplemented gum. In fact, every other product can be consumed as vegan. Alright, enough talk. So I have 2 packets of 9 supplemented Nero gum, which is equal to 18 gum chewing capsules. And I'm going to take a couple days or so to put this supplement to the ultimate test on its ability skills and to see how my body is treated and reacts when avoiding deficiency and summoning my intentions in accordance to its energy and focus. And it's going straight to my fellow nourishing and chewing machine of my face, my ugly mouth. And by the way, the flavor I've got is peppermint, according to the color of the packaging, turquoise. I like spearmint better, which is available but not available where I got it from. Yeah, that for example. That's because the methanol of the peppermint has gone to the nozzle passage through the back of your throat. Even I would imagine feeling this kind of experience from another angle. Okay, now on to the process. And speaking of exercising, I just realized the day that I took NeuroGum was the day that it snowed over the last few hours. So I thought to myself, I should gear up, barely gear up. And start shoveling the snow. Say less, I've done the entire driveway in seconds. Even moving our car. And by the way, I also almost forgot to tell you that I'm not kind of a gum chewing guy. Until I realized when I found out that if gum in general can be productive to l-theanine as an ingredient, I should definitely get used to these. You might be familiar with chewing gum in the process, especially when you're finished with it. Well, let me tell you a secret. I used to swallow it for no reason. Well, not anymore. And here's a main tip for you. They should always be disposed after the gum-flavored coating dissolves, and they can be reused for the future. And afterwards, I haven't done anything for today, so I waited until nighttime to get to bed for the next day. In someone else's room. And at that following moment, I felt a little nauseous getting out of bed. And went to take another chew dose of NeuroGum for day 2. And I'm sorry that I'm filming in this kind of debris out of order, but this sets up as a perfect example to clean up this room. Literally covering my tape. Or I could just finish one of the things left. Vacuuming, fixing the bed, and there you go. A perfect bedroom. Fully and neatly cleaned up. But I have attempted to take another dose after the next 6 hours. Then I had to jump to 3 days later without filming. And in that time, I had 2 doses a day each day, and I felt a bit overwhelmed, confused, and totally nauseous. With a bit of a headache, even if I am energetic. And maybe because it might have given me a bit of a side effects. When you begin the trial of energy and focus medicine, and I bought 2 for some reason. I finished one of them, and then there's one more. And I already knew that this stuff is still available in stores with a variety of flavors. Even if I thought I'd go back to taking these supplements again, I just can't be sure how vulnerable I'll be in terms of my side effects. So in the end, I finally learned that NeuroGum that contains l-theanine does work for your energy levels and focuses with positivity. And this stuff is perfect for your body, besides pills, and I fully recommend it. It just depends on your comfort of your brain, and sometimes your body that determines strength, mobility, mind controls, and more. Out of the original consequences, this could be determined as another set of consequences, which needs to be avoided. So it may be an obvious choice for you, but for me, on the safe side, I would recommend giving the word to your doctor before you. Too late. The doctor called me.